The rain in Spain stays mainly in the...
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.
Good morning, it's day 32. Just leaving Hospital
De
Órbigo, not in the hospital. Hospital de Órbigo, it's the name of a small village that is one of the most beautiful, picturesque villages that we've been to. We're actually just walking across the old bridge here that runs from one side of the town to the other side of the town. If you can imagine, there's a river that runs through the town, some fairly low-lying flats where there's parks and sporting fields, and the town's separated just on either side of the river. But it is one of the more picturesque places that we've been to. 17 kilometres we've got today. We've got to go to a place called Astorga. Sherilyn just made the comment that, what did you say about the temperature?
5 degrees wasn't actually that bad.
5 degrees isn't actually that bad. Well, there you have it. Someone from the tropics is acclimatised. I think you were saying that in reference to the last couple of days that have been around sort of the 1 degree when we've left.
Yes, it was more a comparative conclusion rather than acclimatising. Much prefer 30 degrees plus.
I thought you were about to say you wanted to pack up and move to a cold climate.
No way.
The last couple of days have been very cold. In the morning when we've left, I've got my glove off now, just holding the phone, and it's bearable. But the last couple of days, even with the gloves on as we were leaving, seemed to be quite cold. 17 kilometres today. We're actually really looking forward to these 17 kilometres because the last couple of days, I think the last 2 days, we've walked alongside the road, which, it's been very loud from the vehicles passing by, and it's been a very monotonous, not the most picturesque scenery to walk along. But having a look at the map this morning, looks like we go through 2 or 3 small towns along the way, and the road that we're taking is nowhere near, I don't know if you call it a freeway, the motorway, nowhere near that at all. So we're looking to getting back to a more scenic, more meandering, and more away from the main highway walk today. We're here in Astorga. The path was fantastic today. After a few days of walking alongside the road, we were back in very much a rural pathway, going through some small villages, through fields, agriculture, crops, dairy farms, etc. Very hilly, but it was a lovely return to that sort of environment after walking a couple of days alongside the road. We think we may have been kidnapped today by Hansel and Gretel. We were walking along through a small town and a guy said, "Did you want a stamp?" He sort of had set up his garage as a little rest stop. So we thought, okay, we'll go in and see what he's got there because it was early morning, it was cold and we wanted something warm to drink. And we said, tea and coffee? He said, sure, come on in. And we ended up in his kitchen. He was lovely. I think he was just so excited that we were there. I think he might have been a little bit lonely there, and he was trying to make us toast and all sorts of things this morning. So we stayed there. I think he wanted us to stay there for the day, but it was only early morning and we'd only just left the previous town, maybe about 45 minutes before. So we weren't going to stay there the night. We kept on moving. Made it to Astorga early afternoon. Beautiful town on the top of a hill. There was Roman artifacts that have been found here where they've excavated below the current town and found mosaics, evidence of rooms and houses, etc. And so they've got some of that on display. There's also a Gaudi museum here. Yeah, so it's a town of significance in historical terms, in terms of artistic terms. They seem to really like their art. They've got sculpture, some modern sculpture, some impressive mural paintings as you come into town. So Astorga, we're here for the night. We've got a nice attic apartment. It's Holy Week, and it looks like the square is all set up for some more processions this evening, so we'll enjoy those, and then we'll keep moving tomorrow morning.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.